Romance Recap is breaking down Season 2, Episode 2 of Hallmark Channel's Finding Mr. Christmas, a reality competition show in which aspiring actors compete for a starring role in a Hallmark holiday movie. Hosted by Jonathan Bennett, Hallmark actor, and Aaron Samuels from 2004 movie Mean Girls.
That is so fetch.
I am Liz Donatelli.
And I'm Tiffany Current.
Be sure to subscribe to Reader Seeks Romance channel so that you don't miss new episodes of Romance Recap on YouTube and on all podcast apps. Tiffany, what did you think of the reindeer situation?
To me, this was like a bizarre episode because I felt like I turned it on and like 5 minutes later it was off. Like it was, I don't know if the first episode was longer or this just like so much more stuff happened. It felt super fast. I'm not complaining. It was like, I don't know, a really delicious marshmallow or something. Very sweet, but like over before I thought it even begun. It's very enjoyable. Ugh.
It is, yeah. It was very quick though. And I'm wondering,
it was
I'm wondering
super
what's up with that.
fast. I was like, are we missing an activity? And because like they went through 2 activities and I'm like, it felt very speedy. I don't know like if they were in a rush to get this done in time. I still had fun. It was a fast episode, but it was fun and the guys looked great.
When the guys were tasked with this photo shoot where they have to embody the different personalities of all the reindeer, I honestly feel like I saw new sides of some of them and I was like, oh, I'm looking at you in a new way. And I also feel dirty because you're supposed to be a reindeer.
That is true. You're like, hello, Vixen. I don't know. The reindeer stuff, I have comments on that. I thought that was kind of strange. But let's dive in. Let's dive in. We open on the guys. Like, I don't know if it's the next day, 3 hours later. I don't know.
It might be the same day. They might have filmed this within 48
12 hours. It's a 12 hours. They did it all. I don't know. It's the next day. And the guys are talking about their significant others. You learn that Marcus has a girlfriend. Robbie has a boyfriend. The one thing that I said is of note is that they're all wearing cozy attire. I don't know if you noticed this, but they were all wearing like really nice sweaters and plaid. It was very cozy attire, and I think someone is dressing them.
Someone is definitely dressing them.
Look, all I gotta say is the cozy attire I'm enjoying. I think Gabe was wearing a yellow. Somebody was wearing a yellow that looked really nice. There was a green. It was, I don't know, like soft fall colors. It was very specific. Very specific.
Yeah, I feel like Hallmark is probably very controlling.
Oh, maybe they have a clothing line. They should have a clothing line. Whatever the men are wearing, you could buy because I would buy that. It looks beautiful.
Actually, that's a great idea. Why don't they have? They should do that.
This is why we should be doing their marketing right there. I just made them an extra, I don't know, $1 million. Done.
Yeah. I think that they have a very carefully crafted brand at Hallmark. And they wanted to make sure all these guys match. Like I mentioned in the first episode, there's this homogeneous look.
Yes.
Or should I say homogenous? Actually, I think it's homogenous. I don't know why I keep saying it's homogeneous. Like
it might be both, but that's fine.
It's a homogenous look to them, including the clothes. You're right. All the colors
including the clothes.
But see, I want to see what these guys really bring to the table style-wise if they weren't being dressed.
Look, I will say the one person that was a little different was Rustin. Rustin comes in, which was it was really sweet. He starts crying about what happened, about how he won and people were being supportive.
Yeah.
And while he was crying, I don't know if he was touching his face. I noticed his turquoise ring. Did you see that? I think that was his personal touch. It was nice. I liked it.
I did notice that he is one of the few contestants who does have a personal flair.
Yes,
and
he has
I have noticed. Yes, he has a hint. I saw the ring. And at first I was like, wait, is that a wedding ring? Is he married? And I was like, oh no, he's not.
No.
I think Rustin is hot. But like you mentioned, I don't think he's got the Hallmark look. Rustin, he looks like he gets dirty in the back of a pickup truck. Like he gets down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like
he should be on like a Taylor Sheridan show. Like he should be a cowboy with Kevin Costner on Yellowstone. He does seem like he's dirty on a horse. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like he likes to get dirty.
He does.
I can imagine rubbing mud over himself. It's like, ooh, that's a good look.
It was he You're right. I don't think he's Hallmark unless he cuts his hair, and as you said, he's not going to do that. Fine.
Yeah, that's his
Um,
super. The hair, it means a lot. I'm starting to think, honestly, that
yeah.
Rustin is there more for fame. He seems to have these rock
Interesting.
star aspirations. I don't know. I guess he is a musician.
Interesting.
I have a feeling he even knows, like, this is not my thing. He probably isn't wholesome. He's probably, again, a very dirty,
It's
dirty
terrible.
boy. So I think he might just be in it, just to have some fun, have some experience being on television. That's my thought.
I'll allow it. I'll say I really enjoy this moment because all the men are just sitting and giving each other compliments. It's so different than any other reality show. They're all just very kind to each other and said, "You did a great job. You should be proud of it." It was just
Yeah.
really nice, polite male bonding. I liked it.
Yeah. And I do wonder if in between takes there are producers saying, hey, so why don't you guys, like, ask him how he's doing, be supportive? Because there's been a few times, there's a few guys who just keep saying the same encouraging words over and over. And it
Interesting.
almost sounds very rote. And I'm like, did they all just pick a phrase that's going to be
They're
theirs?
feeding the line.
And
Yeah.
like, I feel like someone is feeding them lines
I think you're probably right.
because these guys can't be that vulnerable and
That
supportive
kind.
in a day to day.
I appreciate it, but let's get into it. At some point, the magic bell rings and Jonathan appears. It's time for whenever I see Jonathan, I just smile. He just makes me
Yeah,
smile.
I do too. And I do wonder if he is snorting sugar.
I think he probably is. He has to be. But I like it though. But I like
I
it.
do
It's
too. You know
pleasant.
what? Usually I would find that
Yeah.
level of joy to be a little off-putting, because it almost borders on manic at times.
Yes.
But man,
Yes.
it
Yes.
works. It friggin' works for him.
It works. The very first task is they have to pair up into groups of three and apparently sling gifts that are wrapped into Santa's sleigh. It was a very strange thing they had to do.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
And I didn't get it, but what I loved is that Rustin steps up and he's just like, you know what, I'm really good at trajectories. I was like, what? He's like, I'm really good at trajectories. And I'm like, okay. So he
Yeah.
took it first to do the slingshot and like Robbie was freaking out, and Robbie ended up being like the star, I think, of the slingshots. He made
Yeah,
most of them, right?
he did. Robbie's team won. I think it was Robbie, Craig, and Gabe. First of all, I felt like they should have been given some instruction. I don't think any of them were walking back further enough to get
Yes.
momentum. And I'm like, I don't
Yes.
understand. Like, were they told they couldn't go too far back? Or so I was like, come on, guys, come on, like, get with it.
It
And
was strange.
as they're flinging these gifts, first of all, I'm like, are they weighted gifts? They kept, and then I wrote down because my mind went, I started to get a little bit bored by this whole
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah, it was
And
strange.
it was. And I put down open gifts. Oh, I said, if you open the gifts, are there cats inside? Meow. I thought that would have been funny if at some point they're like, oh, we've been
That would have been
flinging.
awful. We've been
Yeah.
fleeing kittens. Like,
I was just wondering what could they put in there that would be hilarious?
There's nothing. I mean, that's the thing. That would be the nice payoff. There is no payoff. After the team wins, they get an advantage to apparently pick out reindeers. They're all going to get to play like a different reindeer. And for some reason, the advantage is you get to decide who's going to be which reindeer. And I was like, okay,
Yeah, like
whatever.
these advantages are ridiculous.
The
Like
stakes aren't high.
the
No.
stakes are so low at some point. I'm like, is anyone questioning this between takes? Like, come on, like why are we doing this? But there was a strategy that was a little bit
There was a strategy.
bloodthirsty
Yeah.
because they were
Let's do
like,
the opposites. I was
yes,
like,
basically,
okay.
but wait a sec. Oh, so the whole team got to pick, not just Robbie, right?
Yes, the whole team
Okay.
got to pick.
All right.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, well, so and so is like this. So let's give him the opposite. So he's challenged. I'm saying, guys, there's not a huge difference between the descriptions of
Yeah.
each of these reindeer, to be
Nobody knows the
honest.
difference between Vixen and Blixen. Their names rhyme. I don't know the difference. They're a
Yeah.
reindeer. And it's just
Yeah.
posing. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. It was a bit much. I mean, I didn't think that there were personalities ascribed to the reindeer.
I had no
But
idea.
apparently they came up with it.
They came up with it. So all the guys get a reindeer, and before they do their photo shoot, for some reason they're like, let's go work out. So we have this
Oh,
whole shots of them with their shirts off and them like doing push-ups and squats and like I'm gonna just, you know, keep pumping up. And it was so, I mean, I didn't mind it, but it was very random.
Listen, okay, so they were like, right, they were trying to get a little like pumped up for
Moisture? I don't know.
well, they wanted to get, well, no, no. They wanted just because then your muscles look a little bit like worked out,
Glistened. Glisten.
you
They
know.
wanted to glisten. I
Oh,
don't know.
there's someone later on who wanted to be wet, and I was like, that's
We have
ridiculous.
to get to that one. It was
But
ridiculous. Yeah.
Davey sat there and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna overdo it." And it's like, come
Davey
on,
sat
dude.
there in his flannel shirt. He's just like, oh, whatever. I'll just go and it's my turn.
Yeah.
And look, the guys go, and to me, it was kind of funny watching them do these reindeers because I felt like the judges were taking it way too seriously. Like
Yes.
he's not being Blitzen enough. And I was like, who the heck is Blitzen? I don't know. They were so
Oh my God. So there is a guest
cracking me up.
judge who's an actress on Hallmark.
Yeah,
And I've got her name here somewhere. But anyway, Heather Hemmons. And she's the one reading to each of them before they
yeah,
get ready. Like, oh, you're supposed to be Blitzen and you have these qualities.
yeah,
And
yeah.
one of them was a hype man. They're like, oh, you're the reindeer. That's the hype man. It's like, where did
Marcus
you
was
get
the
this
hype
from?
man, and I'm like, I'm not familiar with this characteristic of a reindeer. Like,
Yeah,
when
no,
did I miss this in 12 Days of Christmas? I don't know what happened. I don't know.
I didn't understand. I almost researched it and I said, I'm not spending time with this ridiculousness. Oh, it was Dasher, Marcus as Dasher,
Uh,
hype man. Oh,
that's
so I
funny.
have little notes for each of them. So I'll
Okay,
wait for you to get to that. But yeah.
let's do it. Let's get to it.
Oh, okay. Well, I will preface this by saying, first of all, there's a lot of twists and turns in these friggin' what is this? What do they call this? The Star Quality Challenge.
Yeah,
So Entertainment Weekly, they have some, I don't know, editors there or for
yeah.
like looking, overseeing it because these pictures are, and it is posted. I looked on Entertainment
It is a
Weekly's
cute
website
photo. It is a
and
cute photo.
it's Jonathan Bennett as Santa, and he's got all of the guys as
They're his
the nine
reindeer.
reindeer pulling the sleigh, and it looks like they're flying and all that. Then they say, oh, and there's another twist. You're going to be on a crane hanging 15 feet in the sky, and and all this jazz. So oh, I put down they prep with weights, referring to what you
Oh
mentioned.
yeah.
I put Logan got tats, yo. That's what I wrote
You know
down.
what? I will say, at first I read this comment. I'm like, did I say this or did somebody? For some reason, under Logan, I have mommy likes. I don't think I said that. I think that was.
Oh, did someone say that?
I don't think that was me because I was like, did I? It's possible. I think it was Melissa Peterman that said that. But I
Yes,
was
she
very
did.
surprised by
Yeah.
Logan's body. When he went up, I forgot which reindeer he was, but I think everyone was surprised by his body. It was very toned and he had
Yeah.
tattoos.
I was, yes, I
It
was
was
very
nice.
impressed.
I was
Logan
impressed by
was
him.
Prancer.
Okay,
And I
gotcha.
put down he had impressive poses because, as they mentioned, the stronger your core, the more you can hold
Oh,
the poses.
interesting.
So
Interesting.
he was very he's got a tight core. Robbie, I think, got dancer. Did he get dancer?
Robbie was dancer. Yeah, he looked a little nervous at first, but he actually did well once he was up there. Then I think we had Marcus. Marcus, I felt he
Oh,
stumbled a little bit. Marcus was Dasher, I believe.
Dasher as the hype man.
He stumbled a little bit. Drake, who I adore, they gave him Cupid because they're like, he won't know how to do sexy. And sure enough, he was a little I think too serious, I think.
So interesting about
Yeah.
Drake. I could talk about Drake's individual photo shoot for a while, but I won't. Oh, and before I move on, I put down Marcus, that core, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Marcus's core was his abs were
He's just
rippling.
a gorgeous man. He's a
Um,
gorgeous man.
so Drake as Cupid, first of all, I thought he had a
Yeah.
bit of sex appeal. I don't know if you caught, there was a few pictures where he had one arched eyebrow and
I saw it. I didn't like it.
almost like a Cupid suggestive, like I'm cute, but I could be a devil. That's what I thought he was quite expressive, more so than I thought he would
Interesting.
be. Yeah.
I didn't enjoy his photos. Rustin came out. He hopped out. I believe he hopped out
Like a
in
reindeer.
character. I guess like a
Yeah.
reindeer. Is that how reindeers hop? It was a weird walkout, but I guess
Yeah.
he was doing like Viking poses and like I didn't mind it. It was very brooding. It was very
Well,
brooding.
that's just it. And he was Donner. I don't even know. They said he's supposed to be the strong silent type. I thought he almost looked like a mafia boss.
Ah, I could see that.
Like it was
It's
too
his
intense.
vibe. It's
Yeah.
his vibe. Angel came out. He gave a good smolder. He had a good, they even said he had a good resting smolder face. His face was really good. It was working it for me.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
Angel is, first of all, hilarious, and he's got
Yeah, he is.
tons of confidence, which I friggin' love.
Can we just talk about my least favorite? It was Craig.
Oh, wait a second. Let me write down what I put. I put he's a Christmas ham because he hams it up in every activity. But yes, go ahead.
I just didn't like, I didn't get it. I put my note literally says, I'm confused. Is he joking? Like I literally wrote, I did not like he asked for water, he pours water on his hair, he puts his finger in his mouth. I was so like, even I think the judges were confused. They're like, all right, we got to do some actual, they're like, this is for print. Like this is for print. We have to have real photos. Craig was, I didn't get him at all.
Craig acts like Craig
Yeah.
but just hammier. So he doesn't really
Ugh,
understand the
I can't.
acting part of it.
Oh, that's an interesting point. I can,
Yeah.
yes, I see that. I just didn't feel him. I was surprised by Gabe. Gabe actually did a very good job playing Rudy. He had his little
Dang.
lamp. He did a really good job. I think they said he had Rudy Riz. I was like, all right,
Rudy was, yes. I
Rudy
thought Gabe
Riz.
did fantastic. I actually thought, now, not just because he was Rudolph,
Yeah.
but I thought did a fantastic job of expressing in his face, like
Yes.
kind of like a quiet confidence that I'm going to get
Yeah.
us safely to our destination. And he's holding a lantern. I think
Yeah,
they
yeah,
used
yeah.
that photo of him holding the lantern to light the way.
It
Um,
was good.
I thought he was great. Davy was Blitzen, and they said that he's more like the adventurous type of reindeer.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know.
yeah,
Davy one, he's the one that I have no notes about because I don't remember him. The other
yeah.
ones I remember something. Davy one, I guess he was the best. I don't remember him at all.
Honestly, I put down a really tough decision to make. I thought he did well. But and all I put next to Davy is Blitzen, electricity, thrill, and in caps, abs. Because he's got abs,
Abs.
But I don't listen. I'm starting to think some of this is fixed. I know you might call me naive,
I
you know,
think you're probably right.
for even believing it wasn't fixed before this time, but I'm starting to think it might be fixed.
Maybe fakes. I will say Davy wins. We have the final, I don't know, stalking situation.
Oh, they because someone
What do they
referred to
call
it
it?
as elimination, but I feel like there's probably a
Oh.
jazzier, more
St
festive.
Stalking elimination. Maybe it's
Yeah.
the final stalking
The
elimination.
final stalking. Let's call it the
Yeah,
final
the final
stalking.
stalking. And
Yeah.
the ones that were in the bottom three were Angel, Drake, and Craig. And then do you want to say who had to take a stalking and go home?
I do. It was your guy Drake.
I know.
It's time to take your stocking down. You're going home for the holidays.
It was sad.
Yeah, I think
Sad.
honestly, I think that I think he was unfairly judged. I think
Yeah.
Craig should have been the one to go because
Yes.
Craig just does his own thing. I don't think he takes anybody's
He's
feedback
too much of a
really.
goofball. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
Hallmark material.
Now, because Drake is the youngest guy there, at least that's what
Yeah.
Melissa Peterman said. And I don't even know what that means. What's he in his 20s, I guess? I don't even know what
I
the
could,
youngest. But
I don't know what it is.
I think he could have stayed because, or maybe because he's not as outgoing as Craig. They kept Craig because they need someone who's really going to be, they're
Oh,
looking for leading
it needs,
man.
or maybe they're just looking for material for the show. Maybe they need to keep Craig around because he does silly things, and so
Well,
they need that.
could be that too. Could be that
I don't know.
too. Jonathan
Yeah.
gets so emotionally invested in all of the contestants. Jonathan
Yeah.
Bennett, the host, he got choked up. He says Drake reminds me of myself,
I know.
and and he's basically gives encouragement. And
Yeah.
apparently, Drake says he's gonna, I think, take acting classes,
That's good.
and you see him taking off the stocking, and leaving, or at least walking
Yeah.
away.
Walking away off camera.
And my question is there anything in the stockings? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
No, there's nothing. But my question is, do they actually have to keep the stocking? I hope so. I hope so.
I hope that's the least they get is like a consolation prize, which is this golden
Just the used
monogrammed
stocking. Yeah,
stocking.
take this used stocking. No payment, just the
Yeah.
stocking. Yeah.
And they showed a teaser of next week, which looks like it is a cowboy theme.
I didn't see the teaser, so I will have to be surprised. I don't know anything about it.
It's gonna be
Rustin should do well if it's a cowboy thing.
I hope there's an activity that requires all of them to get onto a horse with no shirt on.
I'm positive there will be. I'm positive there will be.
Are you
Has
sure?
to
You
be.
think so? You think it's gonna
I
get that
think so.
gratuitous, do you?
Yes, it has to be. It has to be.
All right.
He has to ride up next to somebody on a horse and say a line. That's what I think is going to happen.
Oh, probably. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But I'm hoping they just decide to rip off the shirts. I don't know.
That's the full show. Just take your shirt off and get on the horse. No, I don't think that's it. I will be looking forward to next week though and seeing what actually does happen.
Well, that's all we got for you. Tune in next week when we discuss a cowboy themed episode 3 of Finding Mr. Christmas.